Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope that wherever you are, you're staying safe and well. Today I would like to show you how I make my grooming kits and the food bags that I give out to the homeless. All of the items that I'm going to show you, I purchased at Dollar General store. The first bag I'm going to show you is a small grooming kit. And I buy these sandwich bags at the Dollar General store. You get 100 in each box, and I make my small grooming kits. And I'm showing you these things because maybe you've been thinking about doing something like this yourself, and maybe you'll get some ideas as to the kind of things you can include in your bags, all right? Now, in all of my bags, I always include a pair of white socks because the homeless walk a lot, sometimes for miles, and they're always wearing out their socks, and I get a lot of requests for them. And also because they walk a lot, sometimes they get blisters on their feet, and I include some Band-Aids. I put in a razor blade, a soft chew granola bar. Always soft chew. I've learned that, okay? In all the years I've been doing homeless ministry, I've learned that the homeless prefer soft chew granola bars. Why? Because a lot of them have gum problems, and it's hard for them to bite on something that's hard and crunchy. So I always put soft chew granola bars, all right? And I always include a bar of soap and a washcloth. And lately I've been getting a lot of requests for washcloths because the weather's getting warm. They're out there walking long distances. They get sweaty, perspiring, and at least with these things, they can go into any McDonald's, into the bathroom, wash up a little bit, and at least feel halfway decent, all right? So you got your bar of soap, your washcloth, your soft chew granola bar, your razor blade, your Band-Aid, and your white socks. Always white socks, all right? Don't try giving them black because they don't like black. So this is a small bag. Now, sometimes when my finances are better, I'll make a larger bag, all right? A larger grooming bag. And in that case, I buy these gallon size plastic bags. You get 65 in them in the box. And this is what I make with that, okay? Again, your white socks. This one has tissue for their nose, a lip gloss or lip balm, a razor blade, mouthwash, and your soft chew granola bar, and toothpaste, all right? In this one, I didn't put a washcloth because I ran out of my washcloths, okay? But you can put anything you want to in here, all right, depending on your budget. Sometimes my budget doesn't allow me to make something big like this, and I'll just make something small like this. And I prefer using the plastic bags because I've learned this from my homeless, all right? If you give them a plastic bag, they can reuse it. If they have medical records or important papers that they want to keep dry and safe, they can reuse the bag to keep things like that in them, all right? So this is a large bag. And let me tell you something I learned from my homeless. I'm always learning something new from them. The lip balms, all right, they can be used for different things, not just on their lips. But I learned that some of the homeless, they put them on like the heel on their feet, and it gives them like an added layer of protection when they're walking. They don't get blisters as much, all right? So that's something I learned from my homeless. And sometimes when I make my lunch bags, I use the bags from the Dollar General store. Now this one has 35 bags. And let me show you what I put inside of them, okay? I buy these. Let me tell you, these Vienna sausages are something that the homeless love. And you get, how many are in here? 6, all right? And I can't remember. I think I paid maybe $3 for them. I can't remember, and I don't have the receipt. But they love these Vienna sausages because they come with a pull top. And while they're walking, if they get hungry, all they do is pop the top off, and they're able to eat something right there on the spot, all right? So in my sandwich bags, okay, when I'm giving out food, I put the Vienna sausages. I put a granola bar in there, a pair of white socks, and sometimes water, all right? Especially right now, the weather has been hot, so they ask for water a lot, okay? And what else do I put in there? It's kind of messy. I went shopping a couple of days ago to Dollar General store, and I bought a lot of things for my homeless because on Monday we're going to be feeding, all right? And also, let me tell you, this is something I've learned also from my homeless. Some homeless, all right, maybe because of religious reasons, they're not able to eat the Vienna sausages or meat items, or maybe they're allergic to a meat product. I like to carry these in my car also because this is something they can use if they can't eat meat, like I said, for religious reasons, or maybe they just don't like the Vienna sausages. Something like this they can take with them to the McDonald's and ask for hot water. And sometimes the McDonald's, they're pretty nice. If they know the person is homeless and they're hungry, they'll let them have some hot water. And they put hot water and they've got a meal, all right? So that's something I've learned recently. And I'm going to show you a couple other things that you can consider putting in your bags, all right? Something like this, like I said, toothbrushes. These are very inexpensive at Dollar General store. You just take them out and you put them in the bags. I've also been able to find some of these at Dollar General store. These are the individual ones. It's got your little toothpaste, the cover for the toothbrush, and you got your little toothbrush there. And it comes in a little plastic pouch that you open. And it's got the thing to hang, all right? So that's something you can carry in your car also to give away to the homeless. Floss, okay. This is good for the homeless that are truly homeless, out on the streets, sleeping under railroad bridges and in empty houses. This is dry shampoo, and I got this at the Dollar General store. If they don't have access to water and shampoo, this is something they can use, kind of like if they really need to clean themselves up and they don't have access to those things. Again, there's your tissue paper. I carry flashlights with me with batteries, all right? This is good for the homeless, like I said, that are really homeless, not staying at the shelter, but truly homeless. And this is something I hadn't thought about, but one time one of my homeless asked me for it and I didn't have it. So now I carry a couple of them in my car. Can openers. They're very inexpensive at the Dollar General store. So these are all the items that I carry with me in my car to hand out to the homeless. Like I said, water is essential right now. The hot weather, right? They're always asking me for water. And like I said, all of these things I purchased at Dollar General store. Hand sanitizers. This is something that's important during these times, right? So I showed you a lot of things, all right? And like I said, it's just to give you an idea if you're thinking about doing something similar and don't know what kind of things to put in your bags. Just remember, if you don't have the money to make a large bag, like if your budget doesn't call for something large, just make something smaller, all right? And if even this is too much for your budget, just carry some granola bars with you and any other small little snack item, all right? You don't have to spend a lot of money to feed the homeless, unless that's what you want to do, right? But I'm like everybody else. My finances sometimes don't allow me to be able to give everything I would like to. Because let me tell you, some people assume that because I have a nonprofit ministry, that we have a big bank account. We don't, okay? We're just a small little mustard seed ministry trying to do the best we can to care for God's forgotten, right? Because sometimes the homeless are forgotten by their families, or they're brushed aside by society. People don't want them around. They're cast-offs, right? That's how society sees them. But they need people like us, people that have a kind heart, to even give them a kind word, right? If you don't have something physical to give to them, just give them a kind word. Let them know how much God loves them, and give them a granola bar. You can get the granola bars, a box for like $8 or maybe $2, something like that. So don't feel that you have to spend a lot of money to feed the homeless, all right? Just do it. Mother Teresa once said, and I've mentioned this before, she said, if you cannot feed 100 people, at least feed one, all right? I showed you everything I had to show you. I was a little clunky here and there with my presentation, but you know, I just wanted to put it out there for you. And sometimes I also carry some of these with me if I have nothing else, because the homeless love candy, all right? But make sure that if you're handing out candy to them, don't give them anything that has peanuts, because some people have allergies to nuts, all right? So you don't want to add to their problems by giving them something like that. I give them a soft chew candy, and sometimes that's all I have to give. All right, sweetie, I think I've talked enough. And I hope I gave you ideas. Like I said, if you're thinking about doing something similar, just do it, all right? Don't think so much. Just do it. Because sometimes when we think too much, we talk ourselves out of it, right? And I want to share also, next month, I'm so happy, all right? Now that the weather's warmer, I'm going to be able to start traveling out of state to do my homeless ministry, which is something I do. And next month, in June, I'm going to be in Washington, D.C., visiting my brother and my 2-year-old nephew, which I haven't seen in over a year because of the coronavirus. And I hope to also do some homeless ministry while I'm there. So I'm really, really excited. And I want to share this also with you. God has been so good with me in the ministry, all right? When everybody else fails me, He is always there. I had been wanting to go see my brother and my little nephew for a long time, but because of what's going on, I was putting off doing that. And now that things are a little bit better, I said, I want to go see my brother and my little nephew. But it's expensive flying, right? I'm going to fly. It's an hour away. And I was praying to God, Lord, help me. You know my finances, right? Help me so that I can go see my brother and my nephew. And God put it in my heart. I got on the internet. I went to Southwest Airlines. And every once in a blue moon, they will have specials. Gotta get away fares. That's what they call them. And I went on after God prompted me to get on the internet. This is so true, okay? I went on the internet on the Southwest Airlines website, and I looked for fares to Washington, D.C. Normally, when they're not on sale, you're looking at like $200 round each way. But on that day, when I went on their website, they had the gotta get away fares, and I put in my destination point, and let me tell you, one way, $49. It's unheard of, okay? $49. So for round trip, I'm going to go feed my homeless in Washington, D.C., see my brother and my nephew for less than $100, all right? Don't tell me God wasn't involved in that, okay? Because, see, God knows your heart. And God is going to make a way for you, all right? If you have it in your heart to do something, especially if it's something that's going to be good for someone, feeding the homeless, God is going to make a way for your gift, okay? He's going to make a way for your gifts and your talents, just like He did with me when I prayed to Him. Help me, Lord. I want to go see my brother and my nephew, but I can't. I don't have the money. And this is all true, what I share with you, all right? I'm not embellishing it. Never doubt God, okay? If you have a passion to do something good for someone, God is going to open roads for you. He's going to make a way for your gifts and your talents, all right? You just have to believe, all right, that He's going to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, like I said, it's a little bit clunky and my presentation is probably not all that great. But I wanted to show you how I make my grooming kits and the things that I put into them and into my food bags, okay? Because if you've been thinking of doing it, something similar, just do it, all right? Don't let Satan tell you, no, don't do it, or why are you bothering, you know? You don't have the money. Yes, you do. If you have $1, go to the dollar store, buy granola bars, and that's it. Okay. Anyway, before my nose starts running, when I start getting teary-eyed, my nose starts to run. I hope you like this video. Thank you for stopping by and visiting with us. Our little mustard seed ministry, that's what we are, okay? Just a little mustard seed ministry, but I have a big heart for the homeless and for the poor in general. And I try and do what I can, all right? Come back and visit with us. If you haven't subscribed to our video, please consider doing so and hit that little bell that tells you when I post something new, all right? Come back. Don't ever forget that God loves you very, very much, all right? All right, sweetie. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.